Good morning. Welcome back to the Daily Grind. I'm your host, Chum Change. This is live and recorded, and I'm still feeling a little crappy, but we're going to get through this today. Good to see you guys. This is where we go over crypto news from the past day, see what we missed, and yeah, if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask in the chat. Let's see who's here, and then we'll get into this. Andrew Masad, what's up, man? Tim, I am crypto. Good to see you. We have Swamp 7, Andrew Masad. Let's see, Rude Puts. Good to see you, buddy. Good morning. Good morning. Nick K, Leo Lustig, my man. Appreciate you, buddy. Good to see you. Backwards Miner, good to see you, bud. Hey, I fixed my L7. I'm actually gonna be dropping a video today in a little bit, actually. Let's see, son of a rabbit. Love it, love the name, that's funny. Mike the Miner, good to see you. Nah City, Dom G, good morning. Everybody else that I may have missed, I apologize. Solar Miner, I don't know if I said that, but good to see you. All right, let's get into the market today, see what we're missing or what we're looking like. Holy hell, deep green. Look at this. Bitcoin 45.528 rather. We have Solana up 113 bucks. It's up 6.74%. Man, tripping over words already. Filecoin still looking like it's up 5.35%, $7.70. Not bad. AVAX is up 5.33%, looking like 42 bucks. Not too bad. What else we got? Let's see. Kaspa climbing today, almost 12 cents. Not too bad. 11.8. We have up 5.68%. What else do we have here? Again, Ethereum is basically 2,400 bucks. Dogecoin looks like it's 9 cents, a little over 9 cents, 2.13% up today. Not too bad. Hopefully you guys can hear me all right. If I have any hiccups, please let me know. I still can't taste my coffee this morning, but I'm trying to enjoy it. Let's see. The week off fixed the notifications. Hope you're all well. Appreciate you here by service. That's awesome. That's awesome. It's good to hear. Good to know that it took me getting COVID for YouTube to fix their shit. Appreciate you, buddy. We have ETCs actually doing pretty well, 2250. I'm actually solo mining on my jazz miners. I want to see if I hit a block. I've been going 3 days so far, so I started like 12 hours into the day before the new year, so New Year's Eve, right, the 31st, and yeah, it's been running since. So I think I'm at like 33% luck or something like that. Have not hit a block yet, but we will at some point, I'm sure. Look at this. SEI is up 75, or up to 75 cents rather, up 20.56%. Looking pretty good. Everything's looking awesome, actually. It really is. Over here, crypto bubbles, let's see. Everything looks really, everything's just green. Same exact thing is Coin 360. Let's look at SEI right here again, 22.4%. It is up to 75 cents, like I just said. We have Bonk up 6.5%. I know a lot of you guys like these meme coins. We're actually gonna be talking about meme coins a little bit today. Some funny ones that were actually Cryptos R Us George over there mentioned on Altcoin Daily. So we're gonna listen to that video. It's kind of funny. Let's see. Biggest earner on the week. Let's see, what do we got? Still BSV, 96.8% up at $98.88. We have Arbitrum, $1.77, up 32.7%. Again, this is the top 100 coins. Let's see what the top 1,000 look like, just for shits. Looks like Grin's still up 61%. Actually, you know, let's go on the day. Let's go on the day and top 1,000. That's a good idea. Look at that. All right, biggest one. Which one is it? This one? WSI? What's WSI? We send it. We send it. Perfect. 30 sorry, it's only 3 cents. 37. It looks like it's up 28.3% though. We have Muse up let's see, 22.7% to $20. Interesting. A lot of these coins I have not heard of. Most of them I haven't heard of. But look, it's a Block X. Look at that. We got this one. We know this one. 14 cents. It's up 7.5% today. Antimatter token, what is this? 25 cents. It is up 12.9%. Not too bad. Crazy. All right, let's move on. Check out the fear and greed index over here. We have 71. Again, not too bad. When it gets over 75, it's when we start worrying about it, but I like to check it every day just for shits. All right, top 10 coins by coin market cap over on CoinGecko. We have Bitcoin, Ethereum, Tether, BNB, Solana, XRP, USDC, Lotto Staked, Ether, Cardano, Avalanche, and that's it. Dogecoin is in 11th. We have Avalanche has flipped Dogecoin, as you guys know, a couple weeks back, actually. Probably, I think it was 2 weeks before I got sick, or maybe a week and a half before I got sick or so. And yeah, it's been holding 10th spot for quite some time. So Avalanche, I think, is going to do great things in this next bull run, and so is Polkadot, to be honest. Polkadot's been actually climbing pretty well, and Matic actually hit $1. You guys didn't see that. It's up to $1 today, 101. Pretty interesting. 14th place. Shiba's looking like it's in 18th place. We have Litecoin in 21st, picked out by Uniswap. We have Bitcoin Cash at 23rd. See what we're looking like. Ethereum Classics in 33rd place. We have Monero. Wow, ETC actually jumped Monero. Nice, look at that. $3.2 billion market cap, and Monero's 3.14. Interesting, very interesting. That is in 35th place. Kaspa is back in 40th at a $2.6 billion market cap at 11.8. Not too bad. All right, if you guys have any questions, just feel free to at me in the chat. All right, let's get on to the mining segment of things and see how we're looking like over here. Look at this. Price of Kaspa has risen a bit, so we're looking like we're getting a little bit more out of the WinMiner K9, top of the charts as always. $104.73 per day on this 10.3 terahash Kaspa unit. We have the Ice River KS3 8 terahashes making 79.82 a day. The KS3M 6 terahash unit is making 57.46. The KS2 2 terahash unit is making 18.99 per day. That is pretty awful, but at the end of the day, like Max Voltage would say,
this hash rate's going bonkers.
I really just needed a sip of my coffee, and I'm hoping Max is here. All right, we have the KS1 1 terahash 950 a day. I mean, again, it's a 10 cents kilowatt hour. Yeah, it sucks, but it is what it is. Again, if the price of Kaspa rises, then we make more money on these things. Ice River Kaspa KS0 Pro 200 gigahashes, $1.95 a day. That's a little rough. That's a little rough. I got 9 of them running right here. Well, 8 pros running next to me and 1 original KS0. Let's see what that one's making. It's overclocked to the 120 gigahash, actually, not just 100. We have 94 cents a day. Oh, that's so terrible. Let's see that Roller Coin site, which is virtual mining game. I was mining LTC. Oh, I know what you're talking about. I was like, Roller Coin, what the hell is that? Yes, okay, I know what you're talking about. But can no longer withdraw it. So now on ETH and BTC, as long as I play to keep power on, is free. Interesting. Game with Smokey Dan. Nice. Hey, you gotta make money wherever you can, right? All right, let's see what we're looking like for. Again, I'm supposed to be testing out this X16P, which is the 5.8 gigahash unit. This is a ETC miner basically, but it can mine, I guess, ETH hash coins as well. ETHW and ZIL is the most profitable today, making about 18.97 a day. I can't wait to get this thing on solo mining with my other Jazz miners and see how good we can do for 2 weeks. It'd be a pretty interesting test, at least in my opinion. All right, let's see what else we got. Does anybody else have any miners that you guys would like to look at today, profitability wise? And Power Mines, if you're here and you say the HS blogs, I swear to God, I'm just gonna kill the stream. We have the X16Q is one of the units I'm actually solo mining on. Could make $6.42 a day. Again, this is 10 cents kilowatt hour mining ETHW and ZIL. Looks like that's the most profitable. KS1, yeah, Andrew, we looked at that. I think it's like $9 a day right here. Yeah, 950. So could be worse. Bitmain right here, L7. I fixed this guy yesterday. Like I said, I will be dropping a video today on it at some point. I just got to do all the description and all that stuff. We have $6.58 a day, and I'm not going to be running that because, as you guys know, at my electric rate, this thing costs me $20 a day to run, so that's not happening. But I mean, hey, if you're making 10 cents, if you're only paying 10 cents per kilowatt hour, then you're making some money. So again, $6, not too bad. Could be worse. Could be worse. I'd probably be breaking even or close to breaking even with my 25 cents. All right, there's nothing really else that like pops out at me that I really care to look at. I guess we're gonna move on. Let's check out GPUs over here. See what we're most profitable mining. Still Pyron on the 4090. Not too bad. $2.11. Again, this is a 10 cents kilowatt hour as well. We have AIPG. I don't understand how this coin's that profitable with Kapow algo. It's crazy. Coin must be doing well though. It must be doing well. It's on the top of the charts for pretty much every other GPU. Literally every other GPU. Crazy. Is anybody mining this? Anybody here mining AIPG? I sold all my Kaspa before ASICS. Sad. Oh, really? Hereby service, that sucks. But you know what, dude, listen. You didn't... There's always going to be those coins that you sell that you don't expect to do well, and then they do well. Like, you know what I mean? You can't catch the boat in all of them. So just be smart. Exactly what Crootman says, actually. Selling daily. That's kind of one of those things. You got a dollar cost average, or like kind of just phase your way in and out, or take profits as you need them. Don't like go all in on one thing unless you're like a high risk, high reward type guy. You know what I mean? You got to be careful. Got to be careful. You can't catch them all. Exactly. It's not Pokemon. Dread like Snipe. What's up, buddy? All right. I think everything looks pretty decent, actually. So I don't know. Yeah, let me know if you guys are mining anything specific. Let's move on to the news segment of things. So this is a couple days ago, again, before the end of the new year. As you guys know, I was sick all last week, so I didn't get to catch up on anything. Little bit about AI companies are starting to focus on niche industries. I kind of want to hear what this CNBC clip has to say. It's only a couple minutes long, so let's get into it. If you guys have any questions, obviously feel free to ask in the chat. Let's do it.
AI and its seemingly limitless potential have dominated the news flow this year. From the rise of chatbots like ChatGPT, Google's Bard, and even Elon Musk's new Grok. These new tools have led to huge gains for investors in companies like Microsoft, Google, and NVIDIA, up 56, 58, and 239% this year. So where will AI take us next year? Well, according to leading tech consulting firm Activate, some of the biggest names in tech will start buying AI tech startups. For more now is Activate CEO Michael Wolf. Michael, thank you for schlepping in and coming in on a Friday night ahead of New Year's. Appreciate it.
It's great to be.
Real quick, XNA is actually another one that Whale Tail Mining said he's mining. I need to get a bag of that, and probably, I don't know, I want to get in on some AI coins this year. I really actually dropped the ball on them last year, but I don't want to chase my tail, basically, with like the coins that already popped off aren't really gonna do it. You know what I mean?
Here on the last business day of the year.
It would be very good, I would imagine, to be an owner or investor in some kind of AI tech startup with any mojo at all, because to your point, you're probably going to get bought at a big premium.
There's going to be in the next months. There's going to be a lot of dating, a lot of proposals, but I don't know who's going to get married. But, I mean,
but some people are going to get rich.
Absolutely. So you've got companies out there, Anthropic, which was started by a number of ex-OpenAI executives. You've got more specialized companies like Harvey that are legal search. You've got another one, Gleam, which is enterprise and AI. And all of these companies, like we saw in the previous, in the past, we saw this with search. They're all going to get bought up by the tech giants.
So I didn't realize there was many niche AI firms. You just mentioned a few I'd never heard of. We know the big ones, OpenAI and ChatGPT, their product. So you're saying there's actually there's artificial intelligence companies focusing on niche industries now?
They're going to focus on niche industries, and they may not end up
niche or niche.
Whatever, one way or the other, they're going to end up being owned by some of the bigger companies. So you have one called Cohere, which is very focused, and it's already partnering with companies like Oracle and with Google and with Amazon. So we should watch out for this. Most of them are private. Yeah. And they're going to get acquired.
They're going to get bought. We had a story the other day. I'm sure you saw it. The New York.
Real quick, do any of you guys actually invest into any tech startup companies, like stock stuff?
Times suing Microsoft and OpenAI because they're saying you can't scrape our stuff. Basically, we need to be paid. Is there any chance that, with all the hype, whenever you've been doing this a while, so have I. Whenever I see an industry with so much hype, I just wonder, is there pride before the fall? Is there any knock or negative on AI at all out there, Michael?
Well, there's a lot in this that aren't necessarily so accurate, and they're learning from information. They're not necessarily determining what's real and what's not. I think
that sounds dangerous.
Well, I think we're going to certainly see it in the 2024 elections, not just in the U.S., but around the world. There are almost 40 different countries that are going to have presidential elections. And so we're going to see tons of misinformation up to the minute, and it's going to be very hard for people to distinguish what's real and what's not.
Any specific companies that you think are real? You mentioned Anthropic. I know they're private, so our viewers can't invest in them, but you think are just really special?
I mean, I think that Apple is a good example of a company. Everyone keeps looking at Apple and saying, oh, they must be behind. But the reality is Apple has been the largest acquirer over the last couple years, dozens of acquisitions in AI that they've already integrated into a number of their applications. Let's not forget, every couple seconds, millions of people around the world yell, "Hey Siri." And so we're going to see Apple using AI to enable...
You know what? That's kind of interesting. A lot of people probably do use that Hey Siri stuff.
Everything from Siri to your photos, to searching things in your photos, to creating videos. Apple is the one everyone keeps thinking they're going to be left out, but they're not. And Amazon, the same thing.
Amazon, the same thing. Yeah, Amazon's probably been the best hold ever. Actually, I think it is, statistically. All right, let's see what they have to say about this year's greatest hits and misses for ETFs. Let's see what CNBC has to say about this. Again, this is about 3 days ago, so let's catch it.
2023 was a strong year for ETFs, with total inflows crossing $500 billion. $100 billion of that coming in just November alone. Investors piled into U.S. equities and taxable bond funds this year, as well as, what else? Large cap stocks, single stock ETFs, and cryptocurrencies. So here now to take us inside the numbers is VettaFi Head of Research Todd Rosenbluth. Todd, thank you very much for being here. Let's talk about the trends in the flow show of 2023. What really stood out to you?
Well, we started the year with a lot of investor interest in fixed income, short-term fixed income, protecting against rising interest rates. The last 2 months have been $100 billion each. November and December, as of yesterday, according to VettaFi data, we've seen money going in to ETFs, particularly large-cap equity ETFs. SPY, the S&P ETF from State Street, has actually been driving that. Significant inflows in the month of December as people prepare for year-end heading into 2024.
If you take a look at the way things have shaped up for 2024, what do you think is going to be the big thing, thematic, ETF-wise, that's going to draw the most attention and money in?
Well, the most attention is certainly going to be a potential spot Bitcoin ETF being approved, likely in the next week or two, and then launching soon after. And we expect at the exchange conference we at VettaFi host in February, there'll be multiple products that are there. They're lining up to do so. We've got Bitwise and BlackRock. Grayscale is likely to be able to convert their trust into an ETF. That's going to be the story to kick off the year. And then it's going to be what happens with the Federal Reserve, the number of rate cuts that are going to happen, and do we get a rotation towards value and more defensive investing as opposed to the risk-on growth that we've seen so far this year?
Do you think it's going to be more of an attention getter, bond funds and crypto funds versus stock ETFs, which is what many people just think about when they think about ETFs?
Yeah, so stock ETFs are still going to be driving the lion's share of the inflows year after year. It's whether it's a risk-on or risk-off environment. But we now are seeing investors rotate into ETFs to get exposure for their bonds through TLT, for example, that we saw. 20-plus year Treasury was the most popular fixed income ETF. We've seen crypto as a way of getting exposure using ETFs. You were talking about gold earlier, but equities are still king in the ETF space.
For
So,
now.
Todd, when you look at the passive
They are king for now.
nature of investing right now, and SPY just blew off all records from what we've seen previous to it. Does it make it so that people through passive investing are buying larger cap names, or do you think they have a shot at, obviously there's ETFs for small cap names? Do you see them jockeying for position on the attention of the consumer?
Yeah, I mean, we've seen small cap rally in recent weeks and months as rates have pulled back. The iShares Russell 2000 ETF, IWM, has certainly performed very well. We've seen other products that are doing well. I think if the market broadens out, as is likely to happen in 2024, we see more small cap, more equally weighted strategies gain attention. RSP, which is the equal weight S&P 500, pulled in top 10 net inflows for the year, despite significantly underperforming the broader market. So there's largely an ETF for most exposures that people want.
And what about this idea? I mean, we mentioned single stock ETFs being a huge kind of like growth area. It's not an absolutely large part. But what part about the stock market do you think? What kinds of stories, what kinds of companies are going to be driving that ETF stock narrative in 2024?
Well, we saw in 2023, it was Coinbase, it was Tesla, it was NVIDIA, and there are leveraged, 1.5 times leverage ETFs that exist for people who want the ease of use instead of buying options directly. We're also seeing options use in other strategies through covered calls. JP Morgan's JEPI, JEPI, has been extremely popular. It has helped to drive actively managed ETFs. And so I think we're going to see more adoption of actively managed ETFs heading into 2024, whether it's a more single stock-specific approach to it, or it's going to be a broader market that's more defensive as newer entrants have come into the market.
Man, it's gonna be so crazy actually seeing where things go with these ETFs, man. It really is. All right, let's see real quick. We have Gold Shell really has a Kaspa miner. Someone said in the chat. Let's go. Let's look. Let's see. Gold Shell official mining. Do they really have a Kaspa miner? That's kind of neat. Is it like a little box miner? Let's see. Shop. Let's see. You lying to me? You lying to me? This is a Twitter thing. I'm gonna have to go look on Twitter, huh? I don't want to do that. I hate Twitter. I'm just kidding. I don't hate it. I just don't care for it. Let's see. Do they have any Kaspa stuff? How do you search? Is there a way to search on this site? Like, what the hell is going on here? Holiday sales, box mine, new releases. Here we go. Maybe. You lying? I think you're lying. Just announced, says David. Is it just announced on Twitter? Gold Shell's becoming irrelevant. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Man, hold on. All right. I gotta open up Twitter on my other freaking tab because I'm not logged in over on. I'm gonna blind all you guys too because I don't know how to do dark mode on this. How do I do dark mode on Twitter? Hold on. Whatever, you guys can deal with it. All right, we're gonna find it. Let's see. Gold Shell. Oh, by the way, I gotta retweet this. They asked me to retweet this. Ice River's having a sale, by the way. Not saying I recommend purchasing anything from Ice River, but they do have a sale, and you can get a percentage off with code CCXT. So feel free. I mean, I don't think it's very smart investing into any Kaspa miners as of right now. That's just my personal opinion. I'll always tell you guys the truth. I'm not gonna try to push you into something you shouldn't do. But if you guys are interested in the sale, please go check it out. Gold Shell. Let's see. Gold Shell. Oh, here it is. You're right. You are right. Gold Shell is launching Kaspa miners soon. We are introducing two types: home miners and professional miners. RT and like this post. Retweet. Let's see. Guess the hash rate in the comments. You could be one of the lucky 3 winners to get a $50 coupon. That's such a slap in the face. $50 coupon. Give the miner away, you cheap motherfuckers. God. All right, let's see. Show more. Let's see what they say. Remember to subscribe. Yeah, whatever. All right, never mind. That's it. Rabid says 400 watts, 800 gigahashes. If on par with the KSO Pro, 1.5 to 3 terahashes. Well, I mean, Rabid clearly needs a $50 coupon, and DJ Mind You too. What the hell's going on here? Let the community get it. Oh man, you guys are a riot. No one's buying that shit anyways. If you do, shame on you, because it's going to be a freaking total gimmick, and you're probably going to get ripped off. All right. Anyways, let's get into this top 10 coins 2024, and then we will get into Mr. Cryptos R Us George over on Altcoin Daily talking about the FOMO we've never seen before and how crazy it's actually going to be. So let's hear about these top 10 AVAX coins first. Let's do it.
One of the easiest ways to make money in crypto is in these alternative ecosystems. In the Solana.
And to be honest, regardless of how you guys feel about videos like this, it's always good to listen and just kind of hear what people have to say about new coins, because there's always that one that you could jump on and you could make a whole bunch of money. So
ecosystem, you saw
pay
proof
attention.
of that. In the injective ecosystem, you saw proof of that.
And no, I haven't watched this at all, by the way.
You subscribe to us to give you an edge in the cryptocurrency market. If you're interested in making money in crypto, subscribe to our channel. What are the top projects in the Avalanche ecosystem? I've been studying the Avalanche ecosystem for years. If we're talking meme coins, top 5 meme coins that I like, at least right now: Red Pepe, No Chill
Red
AVAX,
Pepe,
Micro COQ, Bob's on AVAX, Tasuka. I want to talk to you about.
Micro COQ. I think that's supposed to be microcock. Is that what that is?
I want to show you actual quality AVAX tokens. I'm going to show you quality AVAX tokens in just 1 minute. You comment below what are the quality projects on AVAX. But why did I bring up meme coins? Why did I bring up AVAX meme coins? Oh, because the ecosystem and foundation itself is actually subsidizing their meme.
This one right here. This one's going to be referenced in a little bit. This cock in you one.
Meme coin space This is a bold move, but perhaps a perfect move, with retail finally getting back into crypto, and now this is happening. The AVAX meme coin ecosystem is about to explode. Like the video if you appreciate.
You know what's funny though? Like about those coins, even though the most ridiculous names on the planet, people will buy them just because it's funny. Yeah, I don't want to talk about that one. All right, V-Lubs.
Our daily content.
So,
for those looking for more degen plays, here are my top 5 favorite meme coins, at least right now. These are all on AVAX. Red Pepe is for internet frog token enjoyers. We saw how big regular Pepe got. Well, this is Red Pepe, the AVAX version. Of course, not financial advice. The value prop is pretty simple. There is none. It's a red frog. Do you like red frogs? Well, you might like this. Market cap 380.
It's so crazy how coins even like just pop off like that. I don't understand it. I don't think I'll ever understand it. It makes no sense to me why people love meme coins, but hey, whatever. If you can make money, do it.
2000, price 8 cents. No Chill is a meme coin that I would be watching with no intrinsic value or expectation of financial return. There is no formal team or roadmap. The coin is completely useless and for entertainment purposes only. Seems like they're memeing some of crypto's most infamous players. A meme coin that will appeal to crypto natives, I bet.
Game of crooks.
Market cap 344,000, price 5 cents. Micro COQ.
This one's great. I think I'm gonna go buy this one after just because.
COQ.
Just because of the name.
I'm a little bit undecided on this one. Ultimately, I included it in the list. In the micro COQ community, every COQ, no matter how micro, holds a crucial role in shaping our collective success, whether big or small.
Hold on. You see the slogan? You see the slogan? Every COQ matters, no matter its size.
Each COQ contributes to liquidity, stability, and the overall strength of our ecosystem.
Oh,
Market
that's
cap,
great.
266,000, price just 8 cents. Bob's.
Like hurts to laugh.
AVAX network. Bob's is kind of something I could see people getting behind in the meme coin space.
What?
Bob's is more than just a meme coin on the AVAX network. It's a digital symphony of laughter and camaraderie created to infuse joy into the crypto space. Bob's stands as a testament to the whimsical fusion of blockchain and meme culture. Market cap, a low 156,000, price 6 cents. Tasuka. 2024 is the year of the dragon. This is a dragon-inspired meme coin. Tasuka is a meme coin based on the Japanese legend of the...
Is it the year of the dragon? Is that what they're calling it? The year of the dragon? This coin will probably pop just because of that.
Tasuka dragon, which is believed to bring good fortune to the one who holds it.
I'm totally kidding. Not financial advice. I don't know what's going to happen. Oh, didn't mean to do
The
that.
project has a huge community, merch, and platform. Could say it represents a whole ecosystem. Tasuka is also an OG token that was originally launched in June of 2022, so it is 100% community and retail owned with no developers or marketing wallets. LP tokens have been burnt. Price 3 cents. Market cap 30 million.
That's a pretty big market cap actually for a shitcoin.
100% of the total supply is in circulation.
It's a random
So
meme.
this is significant. This is something that most people don't know about. This is something that's going to cause their meme coin ecosystem to explode in a time when retail's coming into the market. But to be honest with you, I'm more interested in tokens with actual utility, actual use case, actual quality, not meme coins. And to be honest, Avalanche is subsidizing those tokens too with something called their Vista program, among others. High Yield is the first AVAX ecosystem altcoin that I want to name. It actually does have something going on. They're currently working on developing a platform that aims to integrate global capital markets. So they're working in a vertical that I'm really bullish on this cycle. Their specific focus is on tokenizing the multi-trillion-dollar market of US Treasury bills. So High Yield brings two things. Number one, Treasury bill-backed token investment opportunities held securely by a Tier 1 custody provider. And two, a lending pool for passive earning against Treasury bills. And the reason I like them, the vertical they fit into is real-world assets. They aim to be the top real-world asset platform on AVAX. They've introduced OnFi infrastructure to address the underutilization of assets in the market, high yields offering and lending market boosts liquidity and enhances investor experience with real-world asset investments in on-chain capital markets. Structure finance is another token that should be on your radar. Yield for all risk tolerances.
Anybody into this structure finance? Anybody hear of that before this video? Let me know.
Real world asset ready, how they describe themselves. Structure finance is a DeFi platform for tailored structural financial products linked to digital assets. Their investment instruments are derived from and linked to underlying on-chain or real-world assets. So one of the reasons why I really like them is because of the way that they generate yield. I mean, that's the main thing. It's called their tranching mechanism, using senior tranches, junior tranches. Look into this yourself. The first in their product lineup, by the way. It creates diversified investment opportunities across markets using interest rate vol.
You think he's shilling this one? Does anybody know? I don't know if he is or not. I have absolutely no idea. I've never watched this video yet.
And these guys do have some runway and some quality strategic partners. In 2022, they successfully raised $3.9 million in their seed round. Get Struct Finance on your radar. By the way, make sure you subscribe to our channel. Daily videos just like this, keeping you informed on the entire cryptocurrency market. If you're interested in making money in cryptocurrency, subscribe to our channel.
Don't forget, hit the subscribe and like, please.
Is another hidden gem in the AVAX ecosystem that I think has a bright future in this bull run. Pangolin.
God, I can't do this music. Like, why? Why the piano music? I don't get it.
It's a community-driven DEX. It's a DEX like Uniswap. It's known for its fast transactions and low fees. It allows holders of its native token PNG to vote on protocol decisions.
You're not wrong, Patrick Murphy. It does everything he does say does kind of sound like a shill, and it's only because you don't know what actually what tokens he got for free or which ones he was paid to talk about. Usually he does end up saying like this is a sponsor of the channel or something along those lines, but regardless, like I said, no matter how you guys feel, you still should listen to these or watch these videos just to kind of get a feel of new coins you haven't heard of, because it's always a good thing to broaden your horizons, right? When it comes to just other coins and meme coins or just in general anything that's out there that you could make some money on.
Pangolin is recognized for its work on reducing impermanent loss and introducing deflationary tokenomics. In fact, Pangolin is the most popular DEX in the Avalanche ecosystem. It uses an automated market maker
PNG. Isn't PGN pigeon? I think it is, right?
to match orders between buyers and sellers. It offers options to gain interest on your crypto assets by providing liquidity on the platform. You can also find accurate charts for trading pairs within the ecosystem on Pangolin for AVAX. The ease of use factor is strong with Pangolin, and the user interface is inviting for newer investors.
Have you guys heard of this? Pangolin?
Keep your eyes
on
PNG Pangolin. Rocco is definitely making a name for themselves in the GameFi sector of the Avalanche ecosystem.
You know what? Avalanche is going a lot towards a lot of gaming stuff, if you guys haven't noticed. So keep your eye out on like gaming tokens and stuff.
Rocco is a decentralized GameFi platform which provides blockchain services to game devs, content creators, and player communities through the blockchain network. Its token is a crypto asset which offers an ecosystem of integrated blockchain software products for games. And when you take a look at what they have to offer and what's on their roadmap, they're certainly hard to ignore. An NFT, ecosystem, platform, market, pools, launchpad. They have a few different products. Our stakes.
Yeah, I'm not a fan with like NFTs and stuff, but like when it comes to like gaming tokens, I don't really know what else they could really be utilized for, I guess. Like NFTs kind of seem to be par the course of gaming stuff. I don't know. Is that just me or does that seem pretty legit?
Also, their games are what gets me most excited for this project and certainly why I have them on my radar with IP like this. Rocco, what do you think? The final token.
Hold on real quick. Douglas in the chat says RIP on Parallel Miner. They have good breakouts. What do you mean? Are they closed in shop or something? Let me know in the chat. I didn't know that.
Token in the Avalanche ecosystem, I think you need to have on your radar. I think it's kind of a big deal.
That'd be shocking,
I think something
actually.
like this certainly has legs. Will it be this? Well, you tell me. Guys, make sure you subscribe. We drop one video every day, keeping you informed if you're interested in making money.
Interesting. I hate how he says that, making money in crypto, because not everybody's going to make money in crypto. Most of you guys are going to lose money in crypto, but just don't put more in than you can afford to lose. All right. this is the main video I wanted to watch with you guys and kind of hear what Mr. George has to say. He is a OG in the space. If you guys don't know George from Cryptos R Us, go check him out. He was in crypto for a very long time. He sold out of crypto, and I know he kicks himself in the ass for it, and then he got back into it. Now he's been in it ever since. So he's a very educated man in the space. So go check him out if you guys haven't. Let's see. All hell is going to break loose in crypto, and then the next Solana revealed. I'm not sure if that's true, but let's get into this actually, guys. That like button. Appreciate y'all for hanging out. 52 likes, 135 people watching. Let's do it.
We're going to see FOMO unlike anything we have ever seen before.
Today I interviewed George of Cryptos R Us.
Kind of like when Bitcoin first hit 1,000, people couldn't believe that.
As he gives his outlook for crypto in 2024.
2024, I think, could end well above 100,000.
His best investing strategy for crypto.
So I developed this new strategy that I think works very well.
As well as best altcoins that George likes with the biggest growth potential. And I'm not saying I don't like Solana. I like Solana. I just want to find the next one. And even a secret altcoin.
One that's not appropriate that I'm not going to name, but I think most people know.
Can you guess what George is buying?
So I mentioned earlier.
I don't know.
It's on Avalanche. It's called.
I'll have to look that up. Click the like button.
So only
if you
laughed about
appreciate
a few minutes ago. I'll show you guys the end.
And let's start.
We'll check it out.
2024, narrative-wise, seems like it's going to be big. What's your crypto outlook for 2024?
People know me as the biggest like Bitcoin bull out there, right? I'm always bullish, but man, I'm so bullish. I can't state how bullish I am about 2024. I think there are so many catalysts that will be driving Bitcoin and entire crypto market upwards. We have spot ETFs right around the corner. It looks like it's a done deal, 13 pending applications. And then shortly after that, we have the halving event. So, I mean, back to back. And then from a macro perspective, rate cuts will come right after that. We got presidential election. I mean, there's just so many things to look forward to in 2024. So I'm really bullish.
Now, if history rhymes, the big year is usually 12 months after the Bitcoin halving, which would lead into the beginning of 2025. Yet it seems for all those reasons and more, you know, the bullish front running per se is happening now. Mm-hmm. Do you think we'll see a sell-off after the BlackRock ETF, maybe a lull in the market for the following year?
I think this is what a lot of people are thinking. Buy the rumor, sell the news event. I don't think it's out of the realm of possibilities, but once big guys come in, I don't think they're going to pull out as fast as we've seen prior years, like the halvings and stuff, because it's typically like miners, and it's not really so much the big investors. It's really just traders and miners, more or less. And now it's going to be very, very different when all this money comes into the market.
Or is this the year?
Well, I think that's certainly possible, especially like short term. Let's say after January 10th is the deadline for the SPY ETF approvals before the next one in March. But let's say we get it, we get it on January 8th or January 9th, right? The market runs up a little bit, and then it could dump down until the halving event, which is in April. So can that be possible? Sure. But it's hard to predict. People have asked me this. Is this, buy the rumor, sell the news type event? It's so hard to predict how much money will be flowing in. So
see, real quick before I get into that, I do think like we're gonna see a little bit of a buy the rumor, sell the news event, right? Once the ETF is approved, we're not gonna get the go ahead for the ETFs being open, right? It's gonna take a couple months for that to actually come to fruition and actually allow people to start investing into these ETFs. So I think the lull period between like approval and it actually going live on the platforms, I think that period's probably going to be like a sell-off event or a little bit of a dip, not too crazy, but again, not financial advice, just my opinion. There is going to be a gap right there. And then once it hits the actual exchanges or whatever, the ETF platforms, right, they are going to, once the money comes in, the money's not going to come out. It's going to be like investing into a 401k. People aren't putting money in and taking it out next week. You know what I mean? They're going to be putting it in for long-term holdings. That's at least my opinion.
So this is not like a usual thing where, okay, say Cardano or Solana is going through an upgrade, right? A lot of times we do see that, like after the big upgrade, it dumps. But we're now onboarding a new avenue for institutions and whales and retail investors alike to dump in their money into the market. That's different. That's not just the upgrade, right? So who's to say that we will get something like that, especially if billions upon billions start flowing into the market because of the ETFs, right? So it certainly can happen, but in my opinion, I think it's unlikely. If we get a dip, it happens all the time, it's short-lived, and then we just, skyrocket afterwards.
Realistically speaking, what range, how high could Bitcoin go this cycle? I would assume you think over 100K, but does it go much farther?
I think so. I mean, just think about this. Bitcoin topped out 69,000. Let's just round up 70,000. After we hit 70,000 this time around, it's only 30,000 points away from 100,000, right? That magical six-figure mark. After we hit that, I think the sky is really the limit. At that point, it's hard for anyone to ignore Bitcoin at that time. We're going to see FOMO, unlike anything we have ever seen before. Kind of like when Bitcoin first hit 1,000, people couldn't believe that. Then 10,000, people couldn't believe that. This time around, hitting 100,000 will be, it's going to blow people's minds away. So I think we're going to go a lot higher. I think especially with the introduction of ETFs, we're going to get massive liquidity coming in from sources that never had exposure to Bitcoin before.
Because it's easier for them to invest into an ETF versus it is, self-custodying. And by the way, we have a goat in the chat. Good morning, Geek of All Trades. Thanks for stopping by, buddy.
Retirement funds, pension funds, these kind of funds, they just can't buy Bitcoin. It's just really hard for them to hold physical Bitcoin. But now they could use up that money, and buy spot ETFs, which will then in turn force these fund companies to buy Bitcoin. So, I mean, I just think 2024, like what you said, is usually when a cycle happens after the halving event, you got like that 2 year or 1.5 years of bullishness. So 2024, I think, could end well above 100,000, like maybe even 125. But then it's going to get really interesting in 2025. How high up do we go in 2025? That's supposed to be the most bullish year, right? And we could see something where, where Bitcoin kind of slows down because it's already above 100 as it approaches 150, 200. I think it's going to slow down, but that's where the alts could be flying, because we always see alts fly up at the tail end of a cycle. This time around, we could see them fly up a little bit earlier. Maybe that's what we see in 2025.
Sure. Now it's either we're going to see some sort of sell-off at 100K, or we're just going to blow right through it, right? Again, like I said, these people that are investing in the ETFs, it's not like they're going to put the money in and then take it out the next week. It's going to be a lot harder for that to happen, right? There's got to be some rules with that, investing into ETFs. I don't know personally. If you guys do in the chat, please let me know. But when you invest into something like that, I'm assuming it's kind of like 401k, things along those lines. You're putting it in for the long term. You're not putting it in for short-term gains. You know what I mean?
George, what is your profit-taking strategy, generally speaking? Because somebody pontificated to me that they're not sure that we're not going to see the crypto markets, like all hell break loose in the crypto market after Bitcoin surpasses 100K, of people like unsure, selling alts. There's, that's a psychological resistance that they take some profit. What is your profit-taking strategy?
Ooh. All right, real quick. Trade Like Snipe said, no, you can do both. And Alexander says an ETF is traded like a stock. Gotcha. Okay.
Taking profits, hardest thing to do in crypto, honestly. No one
really is.
It's much easier to buy when things are going down than selling on the way up. It really is. So I developed this new strategy that I think works very well. And several people that I've told this to, they thought about it and they're like, this is a really good way to do it. So when it comes to investing, first and foremost, take out your initial investment, right? So make sure you take out your original investment, then you're riding with house money, basically. But even with that, could add up to substantial amounts as this bull market, continues forward. So I've developed this new strategy where basically keep 25, anywhere from 25 up to 35% of your portfolio in cash at all times. Okay. And with that, that's
cash meaning USDC, whatever, just some sort of stable coin.
how you gauge if you need to take profits, because as your portfolio starts skyrocketing, of course, that cash pile percentage is going to start shrinking. So it may be at 25% right now. And then in a few months, 6 months down the road, you're like, oh, it's only down to 10%, right? So that means you need to replenish that cash pile, start selling off some of your winners, get that back to 25%, right? And as the market keeps going upwards, keep doing that. Keep taking profits and making sure that cash pile stays at the same percentage, whatever you think you're comfortable with. It could be less than 25%, it could be 15, 20%, but it could be as high as, let's say, 35%, right? And you can adjust on the fly. So in 2025, Bitcoin's above 200,000 already. You're like, well, I want to make sure my cash pile is 50% at that point because I just don't know when it's going to come down. That's fine, right? But set a percentage for yourself. That way you kind of force yourself like, okay, I'm a little too heavy into crypto, into my holdings. Let me sell some off and put it into cash, right?
That's kind of a smart way to do it, actually. I don't think he's wrong, to be honest. I don't.
In case the market downturns, in case there's a dip, whatever it may be, right?
It's kind of like a nice safety net. You know what I mean? And good morning, Mr. Filthy Moss. Good to see you, buddy.
So that's my new strategy, and it's been working pretty well.
Crypto Frank, my man. Perfect. Appreciate you, buddy. Happy New Year's.
One of the big winners altcoin-wise in 2023 was Solana. Why did Solana do so well, get so popular, in your opinion, when everybody said it was dead?
To be honest, Solana's probably still going to do much better, at least in my opinion.
Well, there's two reasons. Number one, it sold off way more than everyone else. So part of the gain, if you look at it, it's like up 900 something % for the year. It's because it sold off way more than some of the others. And that's because of the FTX and SBF and the whole fun around it. Many speculated that FTX, after they went down, they were just going to dump all their Solana because they hold an enormous amount of Solana. But now people are realizing that's not the case. Most of the Solana they hold are locked in for years upon years upon years. They can't touch it. And even the excess ones that they could have sold, surprising enough, they restaked it. They did not sell it off, right? I think after that move, that's when people came to realization, okay, Solana is pretty low. It hit as low as $8. It's not going to be any lower. It was already down like 99 something %. So why don't I start picking it up? Because fundamentally, Solana, dubbed the ETH killer, is still potentially ETH killer. It's still very fast, very robust. And one of the biggest complaints about Solana, network outages, seems to have solved.
Yeah, that was like a big thing, a couple of years ago, right? 2-3 years ago?
Been solved. We haven't heard of one network outage in 2023. In 2021, 2022, we heard at least a dozen times where something went wrong. They had to reset the network. We haven't heard that either. So it made people more comfortable. So I think fundamentally, Solana is still strong. It's still, it still has a robust NFT marketplace, robust DeFi ecosystem. Now their memes are blowing up, right? People are just, they want to get in what's, I guess, the fastest moving horse, right? And Solana,
it's kind of like Solana's like the buzzword this time around. Like, just looking at it though, like look at what's the market cap real quick? I mean, it's a top 5 coin right now. It was top 4, right? $49 billion market cap. To flip Ethereum though, that's like a 5x from where it's at right now, right? It's $288 billion market cap. That's what it would need to be able to become top 2. I mean, who knows? It's out of the realm of possibilities. It's probably not, but it's going to have to put in some serious work, and this coin will explode if it actually gets close to that. You know what I mean? So who knows? I guess we'll have to see.
Solana is definitely one of the fastest moving in 2023.
I could see a big narrative in 2024 being what's the Solana killer? Just like the narrative in 2020, 2021 was what's the next Ethereum killer? And I'm not saying I don't like Solana. I like Solana. I just want to find the next one. What is the next Solana?
Oh, that's very tough. That's very tough. There are a few that I like, but I don't know. They're already really big, so I don't know if they can be the next Solana killer. Another project I really like is Avalanche. Avalanche is going hard into games. They have some spectacular games, AAA games like Shrapnel that's already onboarded, but they're trying to onboard so many others, and I think they will go very far. But they're above 10 billion already. They're probably not going to be the next Solana killer. Even if they are, it's not very exciting because they're not that far off. But I think something else we're seeing are a lot of the L2s. Okay. We've seen Arbitrum and Optimism shoot up to new highs, right? New heights, but not previous highs, but they're getting up there. But we're also seeing a lot of the other L2s starting to pick up steam as well. There's a lot that seem to be like just skyrocketing right now. Metis is one of them, something that I just came across recently. People asked me about that. They're blowing up. There's others like Mantle that's blowing up. Scales, another L2 that's blowing up. So I think in 2024, you're going to see a lot of these L2s, steal a lot away from Ethereum, even though they're all L2s and they're all helping dApp makers still stay with EVM. But, quite honestly, they are stealing a lot of momentum and volume away from Ethereum. And a lot of the
I'll talk after
stuff, like the Cosmos L1s, they're blowing up too. Like, let's not forget Injective. Injective I think is the biggest winner of 2023 in terms of L1s. They outperformed Solana by 3x or 4x. They're killing it. They could be the next, Solana killer. You have something new like Celestia that also killed it in 2023. There's a lot of L1s out of Cosmos that's doing very well. So any number of these, honestly, could be the next Solana or the Solana killer. For me, I just diversify. I try not to bet on one winner. I just try to bet on all the winners.
In a way,
yeah, that's a good point. So you guys also got to think too, right? So we have the Bitcoin ETF that's coming up, right? Or supposedly is coming up. It's kind of almost a done deal at this point. But Ethereum is going to be the next ETF, at least in my opinion. Once this thing gets approved, there's already been ETF filings for Ethereum. So it's just, par of the course. So I think that there's going to be so much more push that comes behind Ethereum versus anything else before Solana even has a chance to take over any type of thing like that. The institutional investors are just going to blow that thing up even further.
BlackRock is mass adoption. It's like they're the biggest asset manager in the world. After they get in and everybody else around them gets in, who's left? Leading some people to believe this could be a super cycle. How much credibility do you give into that?
A lot.
Yeah, I think it could turn out to be that way. Here's the thing, like if you think about it, prior to this, what we're going through right now, let's look at previous cycles. The 2021 top, 2017 top, right? And the 2013 top. The three previous cycles before, 100% driven by retail investors. So, and retail investors kind of like follow the same trend, at least a lot of them did, and realize, well, after a halving event, that's when it gets bullish. So let's start buying after a halving event. And also the, 2 years after or a year and a half afterwards, that's usually the top. So let's start selling, right? So it almost becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy if you think about it. There's really no reason why Bitcoin needs to fall after a top. It's just that I think a lot of people anticipate it's going to fall down. People start selling and then others follow. It's kind of that herd mentality, right? But now with the big institutions, they don't want to play the short game. They're not trying to time the top or bottom, right? So if they get involved and they start buying billions upon billions of Bitcoin or Bitcoin spot ETFs, at the end of 2025, are they going to be like retail investors and say, well, okay, it's December 2025. I better sell everything I have. Are they really going to be like that? I don't think so. So it makes sense that a lot of these big boys, once they come in, they're in it for 10 years, 20 years, 50 years. So they buy in, they're just going to keep on accumulating. I don't think they're going to set a clock to it like, oh, I have to sell everything by December 2025. And if that's the case, the vast majority of Bitcoin is being held by long-term holders, the miners who are definitely not selling, and the institutions, then we very well may have super cycles from here on out. And we could have small dips, but we're not going to have an 80% dip anymore, you know?
Yeah, I think he's 100% correct. I don't think we're going to see these 80% pullbacks like we did previously.
Be reality.
George, as I'm going to let you go because I know it's a new year, new you. You're a family man. So a couple more questions, but obligatory question. Besides altcoins in the top 10, what are 2 or 3 on your radar that you think, damn, that's interesting to me?
Oh, I'm afraid to name them because they're memes. That's why I don't want your audience to like go, oh, okay, let's go FOMO into these memes. But recently, because the market has been doing well, right? I've been a little bit more degening, okay, if that's a word.
You can make a lot of money in memes. I think that's kind of what he's getting at and why he goes towards that, because it's a quick buck, and that's really what it is.
Looking at a lot of the memes, because I think memes are fun, right? When the market is hot, people love to FOMO into memes, and a lot of these are really creative, right? And some actually serve a greater purpose. They actually bring a lot of activity to chains that normally don't have a lot of activity, right? So, I mean, there's several of them. I'll just name one, like SNEC on Cardano. I'm a big fan of that project because exactly what I said, Cardano is seen as like a
say SNEC. I've never heard of that. I want to look it up quick. SNEC? Is it SNEC? Do you guys know? Hey, look, there's the cock in you one. That's the one he's going to be mentioning soon. Is it what is it? SNEC? Do you guys know? SN. I don't even know. I don't even know how the hell you say it or you spell it. Let me know if you guys know it. Oh, SNEK. Let's see. SNEK. Is that right? No. Nothing on CoinGecko. I'd have to look. All right, let me look at CoinMarketCap.
Boring or serious. Let's just say a serious project, right? Led by a serious leader, Charles, and all about decentralization and making sure that everything's 100% decentralized. You know, it could get a little boring. And SNEC, you know, led by hardcore Cardano people.
All right, this one right here, SNEC. SNEC looks like it's at a little bit it's a tenth of a penny as of right now. It's the market cap 120 million. Interesting. Never heard of this coin. You guys heard of this? Let me know in the chat.
Well, they're doxed already, and I know they have other projects within Cardano. They're like hardcore Cardano guys. I know they didn't just create SNEC as a way to get rich quick. Of course, that's a side effect, but they created it because they really believe in the ecosystem and they want to bring some excitement, more volume, and that's exactly what they have done, right? And you know, that's why I'm a fan of the project, and I think they could do well. So I'll just say them. But there are so many other memes. One that's not appropriate that I'm not going to name, but I think most people know which one it is. But there's a lot of others. And
what I don't know. Is it bonk? Is that what you're saying?
No.
Dude, the audience
look at how Austin's like, so he's like, I need to know what this coin is. Please tell me.
Understands that they're garbage. You're throwing away your money, but that's the fun. Let me know.
The logo is a picture of a chicken.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't, honestly. I'll bleep it out, George. I'll bleep it out. The audience can find it.
Please, God.
It's on Avalanche. It's called.
I'll have to look that up. That's funny.
Yeah, it's doing quite well. It's actually doing quite well.
It's actually down today, actually, if you guys seen it. It is top of the charts, though, trending searches right here. Probably because of this, but it's ranked 310, down 10.4%. If you guys are interested, this is the meme he's talking about on Avalanche. You guys can get it on Swap Space, Simple Swap. You guys can swap for it, so have at it. I looked it up earlier.
Nice. Interesting. Damn.
You can hold it on Trust Wallet.
Why I'm glad to have you on to get this, you know, true DGen alpha.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many, and I know it's hard to pick. And really, sometimes you just don't know. Sometimes you get lucky. But anyways, with memes, it's not something that you just go all in on. You put all your money, because a lot of people think they need to do that in order to become millionaires overnight, right? That's the wrong play. With memes, you know, they're very speculative, very dangerous. So just if you go play in them, you know, do a very small amount. That's what I'm doing. Majority of my portfolio, of course, is in Bitcoin and a lot of these L1s and L2s.
George, best advice for crypto investors in 2024?
Don't rush it. Don't rush it. You know, in a bull market, selling is very tough. We talked about that, taking profits, right? And also, people feel like FOMO is a real thing. So I think a lot of people, and sometimes I have a hard time with this, they'll look at their own bags and say, well, this bag is not moving, but this bag is, right? And then a lot of people try to switch too often. So they may be selling off, I don't know, unMineable for injective.
Guilty. Sold all my flux and it pumped like 20 cents the next week. It's terrible.
Or they may be selling off XRP for Ethereum or something like that, right? And they may do it often. But in a lot of cases, when it's all said and done and you look at all the trades and everything you have done, you would have been better off had you just held in DCA.
Smart.
Right? So in a bull market, especially a bull market in 2024, I think you're going to see a lot of winners. And also, I think you're going to see a lot of rotations, that the winners may slow down and then there'll be new winners that's leading the way for several weeks or months. But I think there will be people that will always try to chase, and that's the wrong way to do it. So just don't rush things. Stay true to the strategy that has worked throughout crypto winter, and that is stick with the winners, DCA into them on a schedule, right? And if you want to add new things in your portfolio, do so. Slowly do so. Don't try to shift all, you know, one bag for another bag and another bag, another bag. You're going to end up costing yourself.
I mean, you can have winners, but most of the time you're going to be a loser doing something like that, right? It's just, it's too high risk. But if you're that kind of person that chases those gains, or, you know, chases that, I guess, adrenaline rush, then you know what? Maybe it's for you. You guys do what you want. Don't take anything as financial advice. You know what I mean?
George, I subscribe to you because you put out such great information daily. Link for your channel is down below in the video description. I encourage my audience to subscribe. I do want to ask, there's a crypto influencer fight in 2024.
Yes. Yeah, what? Did you guys hear about this crypto fighting bullshit? I forget what the coin is. They're going to mention it here, but I didn't realize it was an actual, like, influencers are fighting and stuff. It's kind of funny.
The pre-party in Vegas a couple weeks ago. It was fun. A lot of fun. Tell us about that, the fight.
The big thing. It's going to be huge. It's going to take place in February. So there are 7 matches right now, 14 influencers.
Ben Armstrong, Crypto Crow, Crypto Grady. Did you say his name? Crypto Keeper. We have Dreamer, Shiny D, and Keith Berry. I don't know any of these guys except for these two. I know these two, and obviously George, he's the host. That's kind of funny. That's what it is. Karate Combat. Is anybody invested into Karate Combat as a token? Seems pretty cool, but I don't know how this is gonna go. But I don't know. I didn't know this was actually legit gonna be a thing. It's kind of funny.
Some of the biggest guys out there. So we had an IFC.
It's gonna be a total shit show.
The kickoff party in Vegas. I'm glad to see you and your brother there, and all the IFC influencers were there. But it's going to happen in February. These guys are serious. Like, of course, none of them are pro fighters, but a lot of them had martial arts experience or boxing experience. You know, they grew up with it and they want to prove themselves that they could do it. And some are representing their projects too. So I think it's a whole lot of fun. The location, you know, it could switch. It's supposed to be in DR, but it could switch to Mexico City, one of the two. So still trying to get clarification on that. But for anyone that wants to learn more, make sure you follow the Influencer Fight Club X page, and also a lot of videos on Cryptos R Us Plus that you can check out.
Is that going to be streamed live on Cryptos R Us Plus, or how can the audience watch?
Yes, that will be when the fight happens. Yes, we'll definitely live stream it. But also, this is in conjunction with Karate Combat, so they have their own streaming.
I want to know if it's like UFC stuff. I'm assuming it is, right? Or is it like, there's no way it's like bare knuckle. It has to be UFC.
And they have television rights. So it's going to be absolutely big. It's going to happen during KC44.
Actually, you know what? I wonder if they'd be wearing like sparring gear and stuff. Shout out to Austin and Mr. Cryptos R Us for coming on here. Or Mr. George, rather. Everyone's George. I'm George. We're all George. Good. It was good to hear from him. All right. Let's check out. We're going to do the recap stuff. If you guys have any questions, please feel free to ask. All right. So this is the coin he's talking about again. We already mentioned it before. And I'm starting to ruin my voice right now, so I'm not going to stay on too much longer. We are going to raid Miss Teen Crypto. She doesn't start for 45 minutes after this, or about a half hour or so after this, but if you guys wouldn't mind, after this, go over there, hit the like button, show some love. Appreciate you guys for hanging out, and thanks for being here, Miss Teen Crypto. All right, so yeah, this is the COQ Inu. And what was the other one? What was the other one that made me die laughing? Man, what was it? It was micro something. Is it MOQ? MOQ? No, what was it? Damn it, I don't remember. Somebody let me know in the chat. Micro cock. That's what it was. So stupid. Is it even on here? It's probably not even on here, is it? No, definitely not. All right, it's probably on CoinMarketCap. Let's go see. Is it on CoinMarketCap? Micro COQ. No, it's not even on here, is it? Nope. All right, well, screw it. Is what it is. All right, let's check out let's see. You know, let's mess around here. Do you guys have any memes that you guys are into besides the ones that you've heard today? More or less, I would like to know if there's anything specific. Let's see. Between TCXD and MTC, I get absolutely nothing done first half of my work days. Overboard tech, perfect. That's what we aim for. We aim for you guys getting absolutely nothing done and just listening to us spit nonsense about the crypto space. Honey token up 30.3% today. Actually, Honey took quite a shit actually the last like couple weeks, but it did rise way too high, way too fast. Went up to like 37 cents. So it was about time it came back down to earth. This is another Solana token. This is the Hivemapper. If you guys are interested, links in the description below. Go check it out. Let's see. Smash the likes, please. Appreciate you, Mr. Randy. Thank you very much. Yeah, this is this sneak. I mean, Sneck. Keep saying sneak. Sneck. 10th of a penny. This is one of them meme coins, I guess, that he was talking about over on the. Was this Cardano? Is that what this one was on? Cardano ecosystem. Yeah, right here. Cardano. So if you guys are interested in this one, Cardano has a good chance. I mean, Cardano's obviously a great coin, right? Let's see. Let's go to. Let me see. I don't know. I might jump into this one right here. COQ Inu. Just to grab a little bit of it. Might have a nice pump. Who knows? People love meme coins for whatever reason. But Cardano, man, it's top 9. It's been around forever. It's doing very well with a $21 billion market cap. Can't really go wrong with that. So maybe Sneck is a good play. We'll see. Yes, Jump Brave, let's go. Appreciate you. All right, let's see what else we got before I die, because I do still have COVID and I can't taste or smell anything and my throat hurts. So if you guys have any questions, please get your last questions in. 3 Mils said, would love for you to share to the community a tax video, maybe on Coinly or whatever you use. Yeah, you know what, I was actually thinking that I do need to do something about what tax software I'm going to use. I don't really want to go after a company that's just going to sponsor the channel, though. I don't think it's very genuine. So I gotta see what the best one is to use. Personally, I've used Coinly in the past. I'm not a tax guy, though. I don't want to give the wrong type of advice, right? So it's one of those things you got to tread lightly when it comes to taxes. Okay. Obviously, you guys should be claiming all your crypto wallets. You guys should be paying your taxes on your crypto. Yada yada. That's all I'm gonna say about that. But yeah, I can definitely point you guys in some sort of direction. I'm just not gonna tell you guys exactly what to do, because teach his own, you know what I mean? But that's it, guys. Let's see, when's the next stream on the gaming channel? Probably never. I actually almost did while I was sick, but yeah, I just didn't get around to doing it. I was like half dead. Let's see, need one more where you can expense crypto equipment. Yes, you can do that. You can actually you can expense it in a sense where you can write it off like X amount per year, or all at once, whatever you choose to do. What I would recommend is talking to an accountant. That's what I do. I talk to my personal tax accountant for my previous business, where, you know, I closed the doors on that one, more or less just rolled it into this one, and they give you all the advice. But anyways, guys, all right, I gotta get the hell out of here. My throat is starting to bother me. So before I lose it and ruin myself for tomorrow, I appreciate you all. Hopefully you guys have a great and safe Tuesday. Hopefully I will see you guys bright and early tomorrow morning, 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And until then, guys, have a good day. I'll catch you soon. Peace out.